Hello dear students of third prep science for second term. Today we have a new lesson, but firstly we will start with a part or the second part of lesson 1 in unit 2. As we studied before, we talking about the electric current and electric current intensity. So we going through the electromotive force with potential difference, and we know how can the electric current is moved from high potential to low potential. Then we studied before the devices like number 1 meter that used to measure the electric current intensity. Then we going through voltmeter that used for measuring the, as we studied before, the electromotive force and the طبعا potential difference at the same time. And we have volt as the measuring unit for potential difference and the electromotive force. Then today we will going to start with a third part in this lesson as the electric resistance, and we will know what is meant by the electric resistance and the types of the electric resistance. Firstly, we should know what is meant by electric resistance, and we know في العربي electric resistance, which means مقاومة. So what is meant by electric resistance and the types of the electric resistance? A device used to measure the electric resistance and the measuring unit of the electric resistance. So let's go to start with the first part in this episode. As we see here, dear students, the electric resistance, we will study to know the definition of electric resistance as the opposition okay, of أو that faces the electric current in the conductor. Just we translate here only one word, as here we translate as we see here. ترجمنا بس what word here. We translate resistance as we know opposition or obstruction. Obstruction يعني ممانعة أو مقاومة. We can say obstruction. At the same time here, we should know the factors affecting the electric resistance. Electric resistance here is R. Its symbol is R and is measured by, as نعرف, measured by what? By ohm meter. Ohm meter as a device used to measure the electric resistance, and we know the symbol of electric resistance is R. So here we know measured by, we say ohm meter, and at the same time if we say measuring unit, we can say what? We can say ohm, OHM, as the name of scientist, his name is Ohm. So device is called what? The device is called ohm meter, and the measuring unit is called ohm. So we know what is meant by resistance and symbol of resistance in the mathematical rule. Here we have, if we have two wires, as we see here, wire number A, okay, and we have another wire, عندنا سلك تاني is wire number B. Wire B. So if we can compare between the two wires, wire A is longer than wire B. طبعا A أطول من B. So which one has more resistance? Which one has more resistance? Here AR, or resistance in A, is greater than resistance in B. So here we have factors affecting the electric resistance. Factors أو الحاجات اللي بتأثر يعني factors affecting the electric resistance. So here we have number one, as we see, number one, length of the wire, طول السلك أو length of the conductor, طول الموصل. Okay? So here, the relation between R and wire length is what? As we see here, if length of the wire increase, the electric resistance increase also, and if the length of the wire decrease, so the electric resistance will decrease also. So here we have what proportional in the relation between what and what, as the relation between the electric resistance and the length of the conductor is directly proportional, with the what? Directly proportional with electric resistance, with R. Okay? The factor number two here is what is cross section. Cross section, which means the تخن السلك. Cross section of the conductor or of the wire. Of the conductor or of the wire. Here we should to compare between two electric wires. If we have two electric wires, one of them has this thickness تخنه كده، ادي wire اهو مثلا wire A, and here we have another wire B, and its cross section like that. Both have the same length، الاتنين نفس الطول. Okay, but one of them B is greater than A in the what? In here in cross section. طبعا اكيد if we move in narrow street، لو ماشيين في شارع ضيق it's more difficult than the wide street طبعا اكيد. So if here if the cross section increases، لو الكروس section زاد the electric resistance decreases، اكيد المقاومه هتقل، يعني more easy to move in this wire. So here what is the relation between the cross section and electric resistance? The cross section and the electric resistance is what? Is inversely proportional, which means what? If the cross section increase، لو سلك تخنه زاد، so the electric resistance decrease. So the relation here is proportional. So now, dear students, from these 2 points, we know now how can we mention the factors affecting the electric resistance. As we know, number one, cross section, and number two is what is the length of the wire، يعني طول السلك، وطبعا زي ما نقول مساحة مقطع السلك أو تخن السلك. If the length of the wire increase, the electric resistance increase. So here we have the inverse, directly proportional. But if cross section increase, the electric resistance decrease. So here we have what? We have inversely proportional. So according to these two factors, we have a device is called rheostat. It's called rheostat, and rheostat is used in the or in some electric devices or some electric circuits to control what and what. From the mathematical rule, from the magic triangle, we can identify the two other quantities that يعني by using the rheostat. So firstly, we have to know the types of the electric resistance. As we have here number one and number two. Number one is called the constant resistance, and we know constant resistance is like the wire، يعني السلك اللي احنا كنا we draw it in the previous episode like that. السلك اللي احنا كنا بنعمله كده in the electric circuit. Okay, and here we have number two as what? Here we have the variable resistance, and variable resistance is called what? Is called rheostat. It's called, okay, it's called rheostat, and variable resistance has its symbol like that here we will know what is meant by variable and constant resistance. We have a phone caller here, Salma from Cairo. Hi, Salma.
Hello, Mister.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you. Your question?
I had a question.
Okay.
It's like a correct.
Raise your voice, Salma.
It's correct question.
Correct question, okay.
If the fixed resistance.
Fixed resistance.
Fixed resistance.
Yes, fixed resistance, which means the constant resistance.
Is it spoiled in the circuit?
Is what?
Is it spoiled?
لا مش سامع كويس.
Spoiled.
Spoiled, yes.
In a circuit?
In a circuit.
Used to prove?
Used to prove
Ohm's law.
Ohm's law. Okay.
The ammeter reading is infinite, and we are supposed to correct infinite.
No, the ammeter reading is the fixed resistance is spoiled here. صح?
Yes.
What is meant by spoiled?
The immersed in a circuit.
Okay, so here the ammeter reading is what? I think you can answer.
Yes. The fixed resistance. When we prove Ohm's law, we need a rheostat and a variable resistance.
Okay, but the variable resistance, we change length of the wire or cross section of the wire, so it will change in any moment as as fixed resistance. صح؟
Yeah.
تمام. So spoiled here, which means a damage.
Okay.
So the ammeter reading is what? We have electric current here in this circuit.
Yeah, there's a current.
We have electric current if there is a fixed resistance is spoiled.
Yeah.
How come?
If the meter is resistance to follow the electric current in the circuit.
Yes, if the fixed resistance is spoiled, we have electric current in this circuit.
If there is a battery and a source of energy, why not?
Why not? How come the electric current will move in the electric circuit without wire? And we know fixed resistance, which means wire.
Yeah, and if the wire is fixed, so there's electric current.
Okay, fixed wire is spoiled here. Okay, so there is no electric current. Okay, you understand me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sure?
Sure.
Type. So the ammeter reading is what? How many?
0, you mean?
0. صح?
Yeah.
No reading here in the ammeter because the electric resistance is spoiled.
Okay.
Okay, you have another question?
No, thank you.
Okay, Salma, you are welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, as we see here, we have some questions about the electric circuit connected with or related to the electric resistance. And Salma's question here about the fixed resistance, and we studied before fixed resistance as zigzag line or curved line in the drawing or the figure of the electric circuit. So here we have to return back to variable and fixed resistance again, constant and variable resistance. Variable resistance is called what? Is called a rheostat, and the rheostat here from the method, okay, R here from that triangle we can know R equal V over I. Okay, so now we know R V I. R is the electric resistance and its measuring unit is ohm, as we know. And V is what? V is the potential difference and its measuring unit is volt. خلي بالنا عشان في ناس يعني think that V is volt. No, the measure V is potential difference, but its measuring unit is volt. Here we have I is electric current intensity and its measuring unit is what? Is ampere. Okay? So here we have the variable resistance. If we change here, لو أنا غيرت مين? The resistance here What will it change also? The potential difference will it change, and what? And here the electric current intensity will it change also. So we use resistance here as variable resistance, which is called rheostat, here called rheostat. Why? To control. Rheostat is used, rheostat اللي هي variable resistance, variable R, okay? R, and we know R equal V over I. So variable resistance or rheostat used to control what and what? Control the potential difference and electric current intensity. Okay? From these points, we know the relation between R equal what? Equal V over I. Okay? We know here the relation between V and I, the electric resistance and the potential difference is what here? Is directly proportional. Is what? Directly proportional. And the relation here between the electric resistance and the electric current intensity is what here? Is inversely proportional. Is what? Inversely proportional. طيب, if we have a question here as what happens when. بصوا السؤال هيبقى ازاي. بيقول لي what happens when the wire length increases. Okay, طيب ماشي. According to what? According to or concerning to, according to the electric current intensity. Electric current what? Intensity. Okay, so we know if length increase, مش احنا عارفين الكلام ده؟ length increase, so electric resistance هي كمان ايه؟ increase. صح؟ directly proportional. هو ما بيسألنيش على electric resistance على فكرة في الكويستشن، هو asked me about the electric current intensity. أقول له electric current intensity and the electric resistance, the relation is inversely proportional. So electric resistance here will what? Will increase. Okay? So أيوة. So the electric current intensity will what? Decrease. يبقى خلي بالي in question هنا as يعني complex or combined question. سؤال مركب شوية. In what happens? يقول لي what happens if the length of the wire increase concerning to the what? The electric current intensity. أقول له if the electric wire increase, length increase, the electric resistance will increase, so the electric current intensity will decrease. طب if asked me, if the question asked me about the relation with potential difference, أقول له if the wire length increase, the electric resistance will increase. Yes, and the potential difference will what? Increase. Why? Because the electric resistance and potential difference is what? Is directly proportional. This triangle, or from this magic triangle, we can know now the Ohm's law. عندنا بقى حاجة اسمها Ohm's law. Okay? Ohm's law which means what? زي ما قلنا Ohm's law بيقول the what؟ دي اسمها ايه؟ أنا مش هكتبها بالكلام. V is potential difference. What? أيوة. And what? Electric current intensity. R what? Proportional. أقول له عايز أعرف هما what proportional. مش R equal V over I. Yes. So by cross multiplication like that, we know now R equal what? Equal V. RI, sorry. R times I equal V. صح؟ أقول له So the relation here between I and V is what proportional? The same straight line الاثنين and between them equal صح؟ ما بينهم علامة الايكوال اهي. يبقى the potential difference and the electric current intensity are directly proportional. Are directly proportional. And we know now the relation between electric current intensity and the potential difference from Ohm's law. طيب, at the same time, Ohm's law define the electric resistance. ايه ده؟ هو عمل definition, another definition to the electric resistance. يبقى electric resistance here, resistance is what? R. Okay, electric resistance is the ratio between أيوة, between potential difference and the electric current intensity. How come? So we know R equal what? R equal V over I. So for example, if we talk about V over I only here, لو أنا اتكلمت على V over I, for example as 3 over 5, يعني لو خدتها as what? 3 over 5 as 3 to 5 صح. So what is meant by the electric resistance? Electric resistance, it is the ratio between the potential difference and the electric current intensity. Electric resistance, what? According to Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law. We know now the electric resistance according to Ohm's law. So at the same time, we want to define from this magic triangle, okay? Number 1 and number 2. As we see here, we have R equal V over I. So we know R, its measuring unit is ohm, and V, its measuring unit is volt, which means potential difference, as I, its measuring unit is ampere. Okay, so here if we want to define what is meant by ohm, it is what? As we studied the at the previous episode. Okay, يبقى it is the electric resistance when potential difference equal 1 volt and electric current intensity equal 1 ampere. Okay, we have another phone caller, أمنية from Giza. Okay, hi أمنية.
هاي ازيك يا مستر عامل ايه؟
الحمد لله تمام.
كان عندي سؤال واضح بس.
Okay, بس raise your voice بس لو سمحتي.
The potential difference between the two ends of a conductor is doubled at a constant temperature. بيقول لي what happen عايز between brackets for the current intensity passing through it.
يعني potential difference is doubled, okay? حلو قوي. عايز what happens to what?
What happen هو بيقول لي is doubled at a constant temperature.
Okay.
Current intensity.
To the current what?
Intensity.
Okay, current intensity. Do you know the relation between the potential difference and the current intensity? لسه قايلها دلوقتي.
هي الريليشن ما بينهم المفروض لو تبقى directly.
حلو قوي. يعني if the potential difference is doubled, the electric current intensity will
is doubled.
Okay, that's your answer. That's right.
لما increasing the rheostat.
Again,
what happened increasing the resistance of rheostat?
According to what?
Reading of ammeter or voltmeter.
Okay, we know rheostat increase, يعني the resistance increase, okay? No, we know the relation between R and V is what proportional?
هو directly.
So the reading of voltmeter will?
ايه؟
The reading of voltmeter will what?
Ammeter will decrease.
How come? مش انت قلت electric resistance increase?
Electric resistance increase.
So the potential difference will?
The potential difference will decrease.
How come؟ ازاي؟ مش انا قلت R equal V over I؟ ال R وال V قدام بعض وما بينهم علامة equal؟ طيب يبقى ال relation is what proportional؟ directly proportional. So here
طب هو ازاي وهو اصلا الاميتر والفولت ميتر هو في الانسر جايب ان الاميتر تبقى decrease والفولت ميتر increase، وهم اصلا ما بينهم according to Ohm's law directly proportional.
حلو قوي. بصي انا هقول لك على حاجه، على الكويستشن ده اتسالته انا المره اللي فاتت وكان معايا مستر ياسر كان في الاستوديو. في فرق ان انا اقول ان انا دلوقتي انا relation between me and أمنية as a student and teacher، اوكي؟ and the relation between me and the screen now الشاشه عندك في البيت and the relation between you and the screen at your home. صح؟ ما ينفعش اعمل relation بالثلاثه.
Yes.
Okay, as if you want to in physics, if you want to make any relation, mathematical relation between any two quantities, لازم تجيبيهم كل واحد on the side and should we have equal between them. ممكن تبصي، انت بصي على الشاشه قدامك؟
Yes.
طب بصي كده معايا. لو انا جيت هنا قمت عامل كده اهوت، يعني انا هاخد الكلام بتاعي، مش انا عندي R equal V over I؟ طيب يبقى relation between ال R وال V what proportional؟
ال R equal V، ال R وال V يبقى directly.
طيب the relation between R and I؟
inversely.
حلو قوي. طيب the relation مش انا عملت cross multiplication here يبقى RI equal V؟ طيب انا عايز relation between I and V.
I and V equal directly.
اوكي excellent. طب I need the relation between R and V.
R and V directly.
ما هو مش هنا هي directly؟ طيب يبقى انا باخد الريليشن according to the mathematical rule، اخليهم each one of them in one side and the other okay has the other side، ونبقى كده عرفنا relation between any physical quantities. From the relation we can know the reading of a meter or voltmeter. You have another question؟
لا شكرا يا مستر.
عفوا يا أمنية. You are welcome. طيب طبعا هنا we know the relation between the physical quantities from the magic triangle. زي ما احنا شفنا كده من الماجيك triangle we can mention any relation, any give reason, any what happens. At the same time we can mention the definition of volt or ammeter, or ampere or ohm. Okay, from the magic triangle. How come؟ زي ما قلنا at the previous episode. نبص مع بعض. انا قلت هنا لو خدنا بالنا مع بعض تاني اهو قدامنا if we have to define ohm. واحد بيقول لي what is meant by ohm؟ طبعا we know ohm is the measuring unit of electric resistance, but we should answer according to what ohm. It is the electric resistance when the potential difference equal 1 volt and the electric current intensity equal what؟ 1 ampere. ايه ده سهل قوي ان انا اعمل definition من التريانجل، من التريانجل، مش لازم اقعد احفظ في سطور وكلام واقعد اقول اتيز كذا واقعد اكتب. انا ممكن اكتب تريانجل قدامي وهو يسالني على اللي هو عايزه وانا اقوله له من قدامي. ازاي؟ طب افرض قال لي وات از meant باي فولت. بصوا انا بعمل دايره على مين؟ على فولت. اتيز وات؟ اقول له اللي جنبها اتيز ذا potential difference when electric resistance equal 1 ohm and electric current intensity equal 1 ampere. ممكن حد من اللي قاعدين قدامي يقول لي لا معلش انا عايز اقولها تاني. مش لازم، مش ممكن نقول فولت it is what؟ it is the potential difference when electric current intensity equal 1 ampere and electric resistance equal 1 ohm. as you like. as you like. المهم we start with the next item. يعني لما يقول لي what is meant by volt اقول له it is the potential difference. it is what؟ the potential difference. اوكي اهي when as you like بقى when electric resistance equal 1 ohm and electric current intensity equal 1 ampere as you like. واحد يقول لي لا انا هقول العكس when the electric resistance equal 1 ampere and electric current intensity equal 1 ampere and electric resistance equal 1 ohm as you like. تمام؟ طيب يبقى هنا we define what؟ we define volt, we define ohm, we define ampere according to Ohm's law. According to Ohm's what? Law. So we define volt, define ohm, we define ampere. Okay? So now, dear students, we know now the relations between the physical quantities as different physical quantities, and we know now how can we mention the relation between each one of them. At the same time, we know rheostat is used in what? At the same time, okay, زي ما احنا شايفين ان احنا عندنا ال relations between the three physical quantities: potential difference and what, and electric current intensity and the electric resistance. From the magic triangle we can answer the questions and we can answer problems, definition, right or wrong and so on. زي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا. طيب before this video we will we have a new caller. Okay, we have a new caller.
ايوه.
مين؟
مساء الخير يا فندم.
مساء النور.
انا ولية امر بعد اذنك، عندي سؤالين.
اتفضلي حضرتك.
السؤال الاول give reason for.
Give reason for. Okay.
We prefer.
We prefer.
To use
alternating. Yes.
Current.
Okay. Then direct current.
Direct current.
Yes, we have to compare between them, but later in this episode هنقولها بعد شوية in this episode. You have another question?
بعد إذنك أنا بسأل بس ليه حضرتك الخميس اللي فات ما كنتش موجود، يعني كنا بننتظرك إحنا الحلقة، يعني نبقى قاعدين مستنيينها.
تمام اوكي. هو بس في كان بس تغيير بسيط في التيبل بتاع الحلقات، وان شاء الله يعني هنعالج الموضوع ده بامر الله ان شاء الله. You have another question?
ميرسي يا فندم. شكرا.
طبعا we have here to talking about the as we see alternating and direct current, but after we will watch this video, as we see here the electric rheostat. Rheostat is used to control potential difference and electric current intensity. زي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا. Here we change what in the rheostat? We change the length of the wire by using the sliding here. The slide here used to change the length of the wire. يعني أنا بغير طول السلك زي ما انتم شايفين كده. So we have a meter, okay? We have here what? We have dry cell as we see, and we have electric circuit. بصوا the reading of a meter is what? will decrease. بصوا كل ما امشي الريدنج بتاعت الاميتر بتقل، يعني توصل لغايه 0.6 and so on. يبقى if the length of wire increase, the electric resistance increase, so the electric current intensity will decrease. So here we know the relation between the electric current intensity and electric resistance. بصوا we change length, we increase the length, so the electric current intensity will decrease. Okay. طيب we have here dear students to know the uses of rheostat to control the طبعا potential difference and to control the electric current intensity. As we have another item in this unit, we have two types of electric current. عندنا نوعين من electric current. We have direct current and alternating current. What is meant, or how can we differentiate between direct and alternating current؟ يعني ايه direct اصلا current ويعني ايه alternating current؟ If you have to compare between them to know, as questions the last question from the parent on phone, how can or why we prefer احنا بنفضل to use alternating current than direct current. Firstly we should know the difference between each one of them. لو انا كتبت عندي كده اهوت for example we have here alternating current. We have here نكتبها تاني اهو alternating current اللي هو alternating current which means AC. نلاقيها دايما مكتوبة A dot C. And we have direct current. Direct current which means DC. Okay? Number one, the first point here, alternating current produced from the electric what cells. What is meant by the electric cells? Electric cells, which means the electrochemical cells by changing the chemical energy, like the battery, chemical energy to what? To electric energy. To electric energy. As we studied before in first prep، خدناها في أولى إعدادي اللي هي الباتري أو الكيميكال electrochemical cells that change the number one chemical energy as chemical reaction into electric energy. Here we have direct معلش بس أنا هغير كلمة يعني عشان هنا هنكتبها هنا بس نغير مكانها هنا. يبقى direct current produced from dry cells أو from the electrochemical cells. It change the chemical energy to what? Chemical energy to electric energy. At the same time here, number one in the alternating current produced from what? بينتج من ايه؟ From electric generators. Electric generators. What is meant by electric generators? We know, and we studied before in first prep also, electric generators like dynamo. Like what? Dynamo. Okay? Electric generator or dynamo change the mechanical energy or kinetic energy into what? Into electric energy. Into what? Electric energy. Number one. Number two, here we have alternating current is our transfer for long distance. ممكن انقله مسافات كبيرة from town to town, from governorate to another governorate, من محافظة لمحافظة, from country to another country, from state to another state, من دولة لدولة، يبقى كبيرة جدا. While direct current transfer for short distance، بنقله مسافات صغيرة جدا. Number three, alternating current has variable or changeable variable intensity, electric current intensity and direction. ايه ده؟ يعني ممكن from مثلا A to B then return back from B to A again? Yes, has variable intensity and direction. While the direct current has constant ثابت, constant intensity here and constant in direction. Okay, so now we know the difference between them, but we have the most important difference between the alternating and direct current here. As we know, alternating current, as we see, what أقول له can be changed into direct currents. واو، يبقى هنا ال alternating current ممكن يبقى direct current. طب ال direct current can't be changed into alternating current. So why we prefer, as give reason for هنا why we prefer to use alternating current than direct current here, because we have to answer as number one, transfer for a long distance has variable intensity and direction, and number four, can be changed into direct current. We have three reasons. عندنا 3 أسباب for the answer. As we see here, number 1, number 2, and number 2, 3, 4 هم دول الانسر بتاعتي why we use alternating current than or prefer than direct current. طبعا ال alternating can be changed into direct, while direct can't be changed into alternating current. طيب, from as we know here from the previous lessons in first prep، زي ما خدنا في اولى اعدادي مع بعض، زي ما احنا شايفين عندنا alternating current و direct current. ال alternating current طبعا produced from dynamo or electric generators, while direct current is produced from electrochemical cells اللي هي like dry cells like the battery cars battery زي بطارية العربية مثلا for example like battery in the remote control of your car or TV or and so on يعني. طيب how can we connect the dry cells؟ electric cells بتتوصل ازاي؟ and we know the electric cells our battery measured by or we use here to know the electromotive force, and we know the electromotive force is the potential difference between two poles of the dry cell when the electric circuit is opened. طيب how can we mention the difference between the series connection and the parallel connection of the electric cells or the dry cells؟ تعالوا نشوفهم مع بعض as by drawing here. number one لو انا جيت مثلا for example اهو قمت عامل positive negative positive negative. على فكرة كل positive و negative considered as what? as electric cell. As what? Electric cell. Okay. We have how many here? We have 3 electric cells. Okay. We have 3 electric cells. Type. For example, we have positive here, negative, positive longer than negative, okay? If the electromotive force of each one here equal 1.5 volts. So, electromotive force of the battery, البطارية كلها على بعضها بكام؟ طبعا more easy to answer this question. أقول له 1.5 times how many? 1, 2, 3 times 3 equal how many? Equal 4.5 volts. So this connection is called what connection? This connection is called here, it's called series connection. Series connection أو زي ما بنسميه بالعربي توالي ورا بعض. يبقى in series connection of the electric cells أقول له each positive pole is connected with next negative pole. Okay? طيب. So EMF in this case equal E1 times number times what? Number, as we answer in this problem. طيب why we connect them in series؟ ليه وصلناهم series أصلا؟ أقول له to obtain أكيد يعني to obtain maximum what? Maximum electromotive force. Because the electromotive force here equal what? Equal electromotive force of one cell times their number. So now we know the connection of the electric cells in series connection, and we know each positive pole is connected with the next negative pole. كل positive connect with the next negative pole. If we connect them in what? In parallel here. بصوا positive يعني لو أنا رسمتها كده بالقلم كده أقول له positive positive positive, and here we have negative negative negative, positive pole positive, as we see here. So we connect them how? Here we connect them as all positive poles are connected together, and all negative poles are connected together. All negative poles are connected together, as you see. Okay? So here, if we have EMF of one cell equal 1.5 volts. 1.5 what? Volts. So EMF or electromotive force of battery equal 1.5 volts. إيه ده إزاي؟ أقول له yes. Here we have what connection? We have a parallel connection. We have what connection? We have parallel connection. Okay? And this parallel connection, all positive poles type. Okay, we have just, dear students, just little break, then we will return back again after this break. Don't go away. Hello dear students again. Let's go to complete our episode today, and we have to know now the series connection of the electric cells, and we study now the parallel connection of the electric cells together. So as we see here in this diagram, we have all positive poles are connected together and all negative poles are connected together. طبعا زي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا, why we connect them in parallel connection to obtain minimum to obtain what? Minimum electromotive force. Why we connect them in parallel connection? To obtain minimum electromotive force, as electromotive force of battery equal electromotive force of one cell. And we can see this in this video زي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا. As we connect, بصوا هو عامل connection لإيه؟ positive negative positive negative. يعني connect what? Connect them in series connection as each positive pole is connected with the next negative pole of the next battery or next electric cell. But if we want to connect these electric cells together, we connect what with what? All positive poles are connected together and all negative poles are connected together. يبقى here we should change the type of connection. يعني how come هنا هو موصل connection is what? Is series positive with next negative. Okay? But how come here we have to change? بصوا عمل ايه؟ positive with positive together. يبقى all positive poles are connected together, and from the other side we will connect all negative poles are connected together to obtain what? Minimum electromotive force of the battery in the parallel connection. So now dear students, we know the difference between series and the parallel connection. عرفنا الديفرنس ما بينهم according to the value and according to the way of connection. طيب if we have a problem here, لو جينا ناخد problem مع بعض. مثلا for example, if you have 4 electric cells, okay, each one has electromotive force equal 1.5 volts. Show by drawing. How can you connect them? Okay, you have another caller, Ahmed from Qina. How are you, Ahmed?
I am fine, thank you. And you?
Fine, thank you, Ahmed.
I want to be asked.
You want to be asked?
Okay.
Okay, so you can ask, I will ask you in this problem, okay?
Okay.
As you like. Okay. طيب يلا مع بعض. أنا بيقول لي هنا اهوت if you have 4 electric cells, each one has electromotive force 1.5. Show by drawing how can you connect them to obtain. I will start with the more difficult one. Okay, Ahmed?
Okay.
Obtain. Number 1, 3 volts by 2 ways. خلي بالك هم 4 cells, each one has 1.5 volts.
اوكي. هنعمل الفور باتريز هنخليهم 2، هنعمل 2 بارلل و2 بارلل وهنعمل لهم كونكشن باي سيريز.
Excellent. يعني 2 cells here are parallel. Equal how many?
2 cells are parallel 1.5.
Excellent. 1.5. And the other here?
It's also 1.5.
1.5.
And we will connect them seriously and the result will be 3 volts.
Yes. Yes, Ahmed. And here we have the electromotive force of the battery equal how many? Totally?
3 volts. 3 volts.
3 volts. So here positive, positive, and here negative. خلي بالنا we end with negative, start with positive in the other side. Okay? So here electromotive force equal how many? Equal 3 volts. You have another way to connect them to obtain 3 volts from these electric cells together. عندنا طريقة تانية على فكرة.
Yes. هنعمل 3 in series 3 in parallel and 1 in series.
3 parallel here, positive.
And 1 in series.
3 parallel equal how many together?
3 parallel equal 1.5 volts.
1.5 volts.
And 1 in series equal 1.5 volts. So the result equal 1.5 plus 1.5 equal 3 volts.
Excellent, excellent. قوي. يا أحمد, you have any question in the syllabus?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed. You are welcome every episode. I'm waiting for you. Okay? Bye, Ahmed.
Okay.
Bye. زي ما أحمد قال لنا بالظبط هنا اهوت we can connect them to by 2 ways to obtain. Here we have 3 parallel as we see, 3 parallel and 1 series. Here we have electromotive force equal 3 volts. Why? Because we have 3 electric cells are parallel here and one of them is what is series, and we know 3 parallel equal one of them and 1 series equal 1.5, so we have 3. Here 2 parallel together 1.5 and another 1.5 together, so we obtain 3 volts by 2 ways. طب افرضوا from the same problem we have to obtain نيجي بقى 4.5. واحد يقول لي انا عايز اطلع 4.5 volts. اقول له 4.5 سهله. لو انا عايز obtain 4.5 volts اقول له in this case we have as we see here اوكي دي كده اهوت 2 سيريز بكام؟ ب 3 صح فولتس، واوصل معاهم 2 باراليل زي ما احنا شايفين كده. هم 4 cells. خلي بالنا we should use all cells in the question ها مش بمزاجي. Okay, as we see here dear students, so we obtain what? As we see we obtain from this electric circuit we obtain 4.5 volts. Okay dear students, as we see we finish now lesson 1 and lesson 2. Lesson 1 the properties of the electric current, lesson 2 the types of the electric current and the way of connection of the electric cells. I hope you understand completely all these points in these lessons. Until we meet again, thank you, see you soon and goodbye.